call a meeting of the Brockton City Council to order for November 8th, 2021. Would you rise and salute the flag, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilors, we have a late file that we're going to do at the beginning of the meeting if there's no objection, and then we have some at the end. So, Councilor Azak?
Okay, so I motion to accept a late file and act on it this evening under suspension of the rules.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to admit a late file. All in favor? All opposed? Would the clerk please read the late file?
I hereby reappoint David Anthony Aziaf, Bridgewater, Mass., as a constable in the city of Brockton for a term of 3 years. Councilors, just so you know, that this paperwork got held up inadvertently in the mayor's office. Mr. Aziaf has been a constable for over 51 years and just needs to be reappointed this evening.
And he is here.
He is
if there are
here.
any questions? Any questions?
Move to approve. Second. Second.
Okay, there's been a motion made to approve the reappointment. Will the clerk please call the roll? Pardon me.
Azak?
Yes.
Ianary?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Mendez?
Yes.
Castro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
The affirmative.
The appointment is confirmed. Councilor Azak.
Mr. President, I make a motion for reconsideration in hopes it does not prevail.
Second.
There's been a motion made for reconsideration in the hope it does not prevail. All those in favor, all those opposed, reconsideration fails. Councilors, I'd like to welcome to the gallery Councilor at Large-elect David Texera and Ward 3 Councilor-elect Mark D'Agostino. Gentlemen, welcome.
Welcome.
Item number 1, acceptance of the minutes of the October 25th, 2021 City Council meeting.
Accepted and placed on file.
Item 2, hearing. Petition of National Grid and Mass Electric Company requesting permission to erect and maintain poles and wires to be placed thereon, together with sustaining and protecting fixtures as said company may deem necessary in the following public way or ways. Montello Street, installing 2 new poles 85-50 and 85-51 to provide electrical service to new building at 1200 Montello Street. Council, this has been postponed from October 12th and October 25th, and National Grid is not ready to move forward again. So I believe rather than table, I think we should postpone.
Mr. President?
Councilor Thompson.
Sure. I'll make a motion to postpone this agenda item to the next City Council meeting.
Second.
Okay, motion made to and properly seconded to postpone. All in favor? All opposed? It is a vote. Item number 3.
Item 3, petition of LLC, Jonathan Snell, trustee, 236 Matfield Street, West Bridgewater, Mass., for a garage license transfer located at 98 Forest Street, Brockton, Mass. In City Clerk's office, August 3, 2021. Hearing assigned for November 8th, 2021. Fire Department has no objections. All paperwork is on file.
Time having arrived, I declare this hearing open. Is there anyone here in favor of this? If so, please step forward. And would you give your name to the clerk, please?
Hello.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Good, and you? Jonathan Snell.
Jonathan, any background information you want to provide? If not, councilors may have questions.
No, just a transfer. I bought the property with a license, and I'd like to transfer it to me.
All right. Councilor DeCastro.
Thank you. Good evening. This property is in Ward 4. Mr. Snell purchased this property from a relative in June of this year. Part of the property is leased to an auto repair shop, which has its own license. Mr. Snell is planning to use the property for storage, vehicles, et cetera. The balance of the property that he will retain control over. And so he's here tonight for a transfer of the garage license formerly held by his uncle. And I do support this.
Any other questions? Anyone else here in favor? Anyone else here in favor? If not, I declare that part of the hearing closed. Oh, I'm sorry. Please step forward, ma'am, and give your name.
Yeah, I actually talk with him. It's just like I talked with him about the noise and trying to build a wall in there so we would minimize the noise when he gets in with the trucks, and if it's gonna smell or not. That's all my concern about that. And he already said it doesn't smell, and he would try to minimize the noise.
Okay. Are you, based on your conversation, are you satisfied?
Yes, if he's gonna, I have no problem with that.
Excuse me, madam, would you give us your name for the record?
My name is Artemisa Lima. I live my house.
You live on
Yes.
Forest Street?
Yes,
And
no,
so-
it's not Forest, it's D Street.
D Street, okay.
Yes.
And you received a notice about? the-
Yes, I did.
Okay, very good, very good. Thank you for coming tonight.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Anyone else here in favor? If not, I declare that part of the hearing closed. Anyone in opposition? Anyone here in opposition? If not, I declare that part of the hearing closed. The question now comes on confirmation by show of hands, Mr. Clerk.
Yes, you may.
All those in favor of the transfer? All those opposed? Unanimous vote. It is approved. Thank you, sir.
Item number 4, petition of BAS Holding Corp., George L. Kennedy Jr., President of 122 Fairview Ave, Brockton, Mass., for a garage license located at 433 Forest Avenue, Brockton, Mass. In City Clerk's office, September 20, 2021. Hearing assigned for November 8th, 2021. The Fire Department has no objections. All paperwork is on file. I believe if we open this hearing, then I will have some information on this.
That's fine, then I will declare this, the time having arrived, I declare the hearing open. Counselor Ianieri, did you want to be recognized?
Well, I thought that we were going to postpone this till the next city council
So I just
meeting.
wanted to open the hearing so we don't have to do another mail.
Okay, all right, so I'm going to make a motion that this item be postponed until the next city council meeting. I think that's November either the 20th or 21st. And because of some different issues that came up this afternoon and some questions and answers that we want to get. And Mr. Connie is very well aware of the situation as well.
Second.
I think it will be, for the record, the 22nd, Counselor.
Okay.
All right, so there's been a motion made to recess this hearing and postpone it until the 22nd of November. Who seconded that, by the way? Counselor Thompson, thank you. All those in favor? All those opposed? It is a vote. Postponed to November 22nd. Item number 5.
Communication from the mayor's office informing the city council that Andrew Ambroise is stepping down from the Conservation Commission effective October 20th, 2021, due to his relocation outside of Brockton.
Accepted and filed. Number 6.
Communication from the mayor informing the city council that in accordance with the revised ordinances of the city of Brockton, Chapter 2, Section 2-186, appointing Erica Pereira to the position of Assistant City Solicitor, full-time for a 3-year term, effective November 1, 2021.
Accepted and filed. Number 7.
Communication from the Chief of Fire informing the City Council that probationary firefighter Jared A. Wilson has resigned his employment with the Brockton Fire Department.
Accepted and filed. Next one.
Communication from the mayor due to the retirement of Captain Paul S. Cosgrove, recommending the requisition and promotional list for the following ranks: 1 fire captain in the Brockton Fire Department, 1 fire lieutenant in the Brockton Fire Department, due to the promotion of a current fire lieutenant to the position of fire captain.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the Police Department Grant Coordinator requesting that the grant award be processed to allow the City of Brockton to expend the fiscal year 2022 Municipal Road Safety Program Award funds from the Executive Office of Public Safety and Security, Office of Grants and Research in the amount of $50,000.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the Mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the mayor in accordance with the general laws of Massachusetts, Chapter 44, recommending that the City Council authorize the transfer of $2 million from the Retirement Fund contributory pensions to Stabilization Fund.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the mayor in accordance with the general laws of Massachusetts, Chapter 44, recommending that the City Council authorize the transfer of $20 million from Retirement Contributory Pensions to Pension Stabilization Fund.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the Police Department Grant Coordinator requesting that the grant award be processed to allow the City of Brockton to expend the fiscal year 2021 Patrick Leahy Bulletproof Vest Partnership Grant from the U.S. Department of Justice in the amount of $15,449.50.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the mayor in accordance with the general laws of Massachusetts, Chapter 44, recommending that the city council authorize the appropriation of $1,955,356.19 from the stabilization fund, $1,356,621.87, and from ARPA fund, $598,734.32 for the purposes of funding the Brockton Police Supervisors Union contract. This appropriation provides funding for 3 years, July 1st, 2019 through June 30, 2022, of a 3-year contract.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the Chief of Police requesting authorization to accept the following donation to be used, for K-9 related items as needed for the Brockton Police Department. $20,000 donation from In Good Health.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the Chief of Police requesting authorization to accept the following donation to be used for K-9 related items as needed for the Brockton Police Department. $100 donation from Quincy Credit Union.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the Chief of Police requesting authorization to accept the following donation to be used for K-9 related items as needed for the Brockton Police Department. $23 donation from João Montero.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the mayor relative to the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the mayor in accordance with the general laws of Massachusetts, Chapter 44, recommending the City Council authorize the acceptance and expenditure of the grant award in the amount of $85,000 from Massachusetts Department of Public Health Legislative Earmark Funding Grant to the Mayor's Office Legislative Earmark Funding Grant Fund. The grant funds will be used to support the Champion Plan. There is no match required.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
That's accepted and filed.
Communication from the mayor in accordance with the general laws of Massachusetts, Chapter 44, recommending that the City Council authorize the acceptance and expenditure of the grant award in the amount of $250,000 from the United States Environmental Protection Agency, EPA Cleanup Grant, to Department of Planning and Economic Development, EPA Cleanup Grant Fund.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the interim DPW Commissioner requesting acceptance and authorization of the expenditure of a grant award received in the amount of $18,750 from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, to the Hazard Mitigation Grant Program.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the mayor relative recommending the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and filed.
Unfinished business, number 37, an ordinance amending the revised ordinances of the City of Brockton, Chapter 2, Article 3, Section 2-134, holidays. Be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Brockton that Chapter 2, Article 3, Section 2-134 of the City of Brockton City Ordinances be amended to include Juneteenth as a designated holiday. In City Council, June 28th, 2021, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Ordinance. That report was favorable. In City Council, October 12th, 2021, passed to a third reading by a hand vote.
Councilors, the question now is on final passage to establish this holiday by city ordinance in the City of Brockton. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Ianieri?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Mendez?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
8 in the affirmative.
The matter is ordained. Number 38.
Ordinance, be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Brockton that the City Council adopt the following amendments to the ordinance establishing licensing and regulation for adult-use marijuana establishments. Section 1.003-1-C was favorable. Amendment, the references of Section 1.003-1-C shall be stricken and inserting in its place Section 11-422A-3 fee schedule. The reference of section 1003-1-D shall be stricken, and amending the reference to 9, 10, 11 to read instead I, J, and K. The purpose of this amendment is to mirror section references in the existing ordinance as reflected in the city ordinances as adopted. In City Council, June 28, 2021, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Ordinance. That report was favorable. In City Council, October 12, 2021, the amendment passed by a hand vote. Passed to a third reading as amended by a hand vote.
Councilors, before we go to final passage, any questions for Legislative Council? If not, we will proceed to a vote. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Ianary?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Mendez?
Yes.
Nacastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
8 in the affirmative.
Matter is ordained. Item 39.
Ordered that the following named sum be and the same is hereby appropriated as the same was submitted by the mayor as follows. Appropriation of $50,000 from the Executive Office of Public Safety and Security's Office of Grants and Research, fiscal year 22 Municipal Road Safety Grant, to the Brockton Police Department fiscal year 22 Municipal Road Safety Grant Fund. $36,456.67 of these grant funds will be used to fund overtime shifts during 5 enforcement campaigns: winter impaired driving in December 2021, distracted driving in April 2022, click it or ticket in May 2022, summer speed in June 2022, and summer impaired driving in August and September 2022. $6,028.26 will be used for the bike unit to conduct bike rodeos. $6,028.27 will be used for overtime shifts for pedestrian and bike safety enforcement. $1,186.80 will be used to purchase 750 bicycle lights for youth, and $300 will be used to print 750 resource cards to be distributed during the bike rodeo.
Referred to the Finance Committee.
Ordered that the following sum be named and is hereby transferred as the same was submitted by the mayor as follows. Transfer of $2 million from retirement fund to contributory pensions to the stabilization fund.
Referred to Finance.
Ordered that the following named sum be and the same is hereby transferred as the same was submitted by the mayor as follows. Transfer of $20 million from retirement fund contributory pensions to pension stabilization fund.
Referred to Finance.
Ordered that the following named sum be and the same is hereby appropriated as the same was submitted by the mayor as follows. Appropriation of $15,449.50 from the U.S. Department of Justice fiscal year 21 Bulletproof Vest Program Grant to the Brockton Police Department fiscal year 21 Bulletproof Vest Program Grant Fund. These grant funds are used for the reimbursement of 50% of the cost of bulletproof vests for Brockton police officers whose vests need to be replaced in the upcoming cycle. There is no required match for these funds because this program allows the department to recoup 50% of bulletproof vest expenses it must make for officer safety.
Referred to Finance. 43.
Ordered that the following named sum be and the same is hereby appropriated as was submitted by the mayor as follows. Appropriation of $1,955,356.19 from the stabilization fund, $1,356,621.87 to police fiscal year 20 personal services other than overtime retroactive payment, $167,002.40 to police fiscal year 20 overtime retroactive payment, $12,719.77. Police fiscal year 21 personal services other than overtime retroactive payment, $345,770.27. To police fiscal year 21 overtime retroactive payment, $12,500.60. Excuse me. To police fiscal year 22 personal services other than overtime, $799,070.77. To police fiscal year 22 overtime, $19,558.06. And from the ARPA fund, $598,734.32. To police fiscal year 20 personal services other than overtime retroactive payment, $7,556.09. To police fiscal year 21 personal services other than overtime retroactive payment, $100,250.94. 2, police fiscal year 22 personal services other than overtime, $355,927.29. 2, police COVID bonus, $135,000. This is for the purposes of funding the Brockton Police Supervisors Union contract. This appropriation provides funding for 3 years, July 1st, 2019 through June 30, 2022, of a 3-year contract.
Referred to Finance.
Ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of a donation in the amount of $20,000 from In Good Health to Brockton Police Department. The donation will be used for canine-related items as needed for the Brockton Police Department.
Referred to Finance.
Ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of a donation in the amount of $100 from the Quincy Credit Union to the Brockton Police Department. The donation will be used for canine-related items as needed for the Brockton Police Department.
Referred to Finance.
Ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of a donation in the amount of $23 from Joao Montero to the Brockton Police Department. The donation will be used for canine-related items as needed for the Brockton Police Department.
Referred to Finance.
Ordered that the following named sum be and the same is hereby appropriated as the same was submitted by the mayor as follows. Appropriation of $85,000 from the Massachusetts Department of Public Health Legislative Earmark Funding Grant to the Mayor's Office Legislative Earmark Funding Grant. These grant funds will be used to support the Champion Program. There is no match required.
Referred to Finance.
Ordered that the following named sum be and the same is hereby appropriated as the same was submitted by the mayor. Appropriations of $250,000 from the United States Environmental Protection Agency, EPA Cleanup Grant to the Department of Planning and Economic Development, EPA Cleanup Grant Fund. The grant funds will be used to remediate the environmental concerns at the Cochrane Building at 308 Montello Street. This grant requires a $50,000 match. Funds from the Mass Development Brownfield Grant Award will be used as a source for the match.
Referred to Finance.
Ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditures of the total grant funds in the amount of $18,750 from Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency Hazard Mitigation Grant to the Department of Public Works Hazardous Mitigation Grant Fund. The grant funds will be used to update the local multi-hazard mitigation plan. There is a 25% required in-kind match.
Referred to Finance.
We
have
have
late files.
We have 3 late files.
Mr. President,
Councilor Razak.
I make a motion to accept a late file.
Second.
Motion made and properly seconded to accept the late file. All in favor? All opposed? It is a vote.
And I ask that if this late file, it's a resolve, if it could be referred to the City Council meeting of the November 22nd.
All right, would the clerk read the late file?
Resolved, whereas there is a continuing problem in the Brockton area with opioid addiction and other substance abuse issues. Whereas there is an ongoing program with the cycle of homelessness and outreach to those persons most affected by the substance abuse problem. Whereas there is an ongoing problem with the volume and understanding of the programs administered in Brockton to battle the recurring issues caused by drug addiction. Therefore, be it resolved to invite BAMSI, formerly known as the Brockton Area Multi-Service, Inc., and its staff to address members of the Brockton City Council to speak about services that are provided to individuals and families who are struggling with the disease of addiction. Further, that BAMSI speak about the services that are offered to people who are actively using substances in the city, and in particular those evidence-based harm reduction practices that have proven successful in promoting recovery and saving lives. Members of the BAMSI team will explain programs and reveal data, both national and local, to demonstrate the efficacy of these programs.
Councilors, the reason this is going to a city council meeting on the 22nd is because the schedules of some of the presenters would conflict with finance, and we are coming down to the end of the year. So I know it's unusual. We don't usually do this, but unless there's objection, then we will place this on the agenda for the 22nd. Councilor Rodriguez.
Quick question, so it's not going to FinCom, it's going directly to...
Basically, we'll do at the next city council meeting, which we ordinarily would do in FinCom, have people come in, have them present information, and have a dialogue back and forth.
At the council meeting?
At the council meeting, okay. Yes.
The experts that they wanted to bring on available for the next finance, so they asked if they could do that.
Thank you, councilors. Next one up.
Mr. Chairman,
Councilor Yaneri.
I'd like to enter a late file as well. Second. Motion to accept the late file.
Motion made, who seconded that?
I'm going to move along to FinCon, next finance meeting.
Motion made and properly seconded by Councilor Rodriguez to admit a late file. All in favor? All opposed? It is a vote. Would the clerk please read the late file?
Ordered that the city of Brockton does hereby take in fee in accordance with general laws, chapter 79 and/or other applicable law, the following described parcels of land, to wit, 99 Warren Avenue, parcel ID 053-014. For further reference, see Plymouth County Registry of Deeds, Book 55385, page 81, and Book 27411, page 97. And 0 Highland Street, not numbered, parcel ID 053-015. For further reference, see Plymouth County Registry of Deeds, Book 55385, page 81, and Book 27411, page 97. We have considered and estimated the damages sustained by all persons who have not waived damages in their several estates, and hereby determine and award the same as follows: to be paid from the bond amounts previously authorized by the City Council for purchase or taking of property for public safety and general municipal purposes. Property owner, 99 Warren Avenue and 0 Highland Street. Owner, Easy Caching LLC, $2,447,080. Said taking shall include all trees, soil, or fixtures thereon.
Refer it to finance.
Excuse me. I have one more, I believe. It's got signed by Councilor Rodriguez.
Well, Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to accept a late file.
Well, I think that's perfectly proper. Is there
And
a second?
the clerk has the late file.
Who seconded that, please?
Second.
Seconded, all, motion made properly seconded to admit a late file. All in favor? All opposed? It is a vote. Would the clerk please read the late file?
First, I have a communication from the mayor. In accordance with the general laws of Massachusetts, Chapter 44, I hereby recommend that the City Council authorize the creation and operation of a municipal light plant, including a telecommunications system as allowed by Massachusetts general laws, Chapter 164, Sections 36 and 47E. Accepted and placed on.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
Ordered that the City Council of Brockton hereby authorizes the creation and operation of a municipal light plant, including a telecommunications system as allowed by Massachusetts general law, Chapter 164, Sections 36 and 47E.
Refer it to finance. Anything else?
That's all I have.
Councilor Zajac,
Thank you. A moment of council's recognition.
please proceed.
So we have some really great things that have happened and that will be happening in the city. First of all, I would like to thank Pastor Reed for his free Irish concert this past Saturday at the North Baptist Church. You know, there's all kinds of great cultural events happening, and Pastor Reed actually has a whole Irish museum at the North Baptist Church, so we always invite residents to visit. Second, Montilio's Bakery is blueberry muffins, which are, the recipe is the old Jordan Marsh recipe, has won the Yankee Magazine Food Award for 2021, which is exciting. Brockton Library Foundation's bookstore opened this past Saturday as well, and it will be open every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and it's located inside the main library. And lastly, but most importantly, Veterans Day is this Thursday, November 11th. We thank all those who serve and have served our country, and we will be having a parade this year. So the parade is on Thursday, November 11th at 10 a.m. Thank you.
Anyone else? Councilors, there are 5 Mondays in November, and as you can see from the agenda this evening, we have a number of FinCom items, substantive FinCom items. We also have some that are held over from the past. So I will try to space out these FinCom items so that you're not here past midnight some night, and it may be necessary to have use of that 5th Monday, the 29th of November. And if that's true, I'll have the auditor's office get the appropriate notice out to all of you. But at this point, I would plan on a 5th Monday being here to conduct the business that's required. Anything else?
Do we get it retroactive, or?
No, I don't think there's any, no overtime, Counselor Ianieri, I'm sorry.
Trying to get my last
If
bid I
there is
can.
no further business, meeting adjourned.